Urgent, America's team fan. Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Your Team news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything.
Cowboys to meet with elite NFL draft edge prospect eager to learn from Micah Parsons, one of the top edge rushers in the 2025 NFL draft class, has confirmed he will meet with the Dallas Cowboys on a top 30 visit. The Dallas Cowboys coaching staff was out in full force to check out the Texas A&M Aggies Pro Day with head coach Brian Schottenheimer, defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, and defensive line coach Aaron White-Cotton, all in attendance. One of Texas A&M's star prospects in the 2025 NFL draft class is standout edge Shamar Stewart, who did not participate in the Pro Day workouts. However, the Cowboys clearly have interest in getting a closer look at Stewart, as he shared with reporters that he will be taking an official top 30 visit to Big D. Stewart revealed he would be making the visit, along with sharing what it would mean to play in Dallas and how he would be eager to learn from a generational talent like current Cowboys superstar Micah Parsons. Earlier in the day, the Cowboys were named a great fit for Stewart, who was described as a freakish guy and someone who can take a game over. The 6'5", 206.7-pound Stewart had eye-popping numbers at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis last month with a 59-second 40-yard dash, 40-inch vertical jump, and 10'11" broad jump. Last season, Stewart recorded 31 tackles, 5 sacks, a forced fumble, and 2 passes defensed. While the numbers don't jump off of the page, the talent is undeniably there, and pairing Stewart with a player of Parsons' caliber could become an instant headache for opposing offenses. The 2025 NFL Draft will be held in Green Bay, Wisconsin, with the first round on Thursday, April 24th. Rounds 2 and 3 will be held on Friday, April 25th, while the final rounds will play out on Saturday, April 26th. Pausing this news, just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest America's team news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Cowboys have an obvious Jordan Lewis replacement nobody is talking about. Jerry Jones has an option to bring in a new nickel corner, but he likely won't want to pony up the dough to get it done. While the Dallas Cowboys have added 10 new players to the roster since the start of free agency, they also lost several key contributors, a list that includes nickel cornerback Jordan Lewis, who signed a 3-year, $30 million with the Jacksonville Jaguars. In an attempt to make up for the loss of Lewis, Jerry Jones struck a deal with the Buffalo Bills to acquire Khair Elam, who never lived up to his status as a first-round pick numbered 23 overall in 2022. And how effective will that move really be? For one, while Elam says he can play nickel, he's always been more of a perimeter player and is expected to compete with Kalen Carson for a spot in the starting lineup if Trevon Diggs isn't ready to go at the start of the 2025 season. And secondly, it's not as if Elam is an elite defender, especially in coverage, as he's never earned a PFF grade in that particular category higher than 66. 0. And that was in his rookie season, which is also the last year he recorded an interception. So there's that. Currently, the starting nickel corner on the Cowboys depth chart is Keeman Hall, who didn't take a single defensive snap for Dallas a season ago, with all of his playing time coming on special teams. So that's no good either. There is an option out there, however, but Jones may have to pony up a little more dough than he'd like to bring him in. Mike Hilton could be the perfect option for the Cowboys at the nickel slot with the Cincinnati Bengals, spending all sorts of money to keep their offense intact. Veteran corner Mike Hilton was shown the door and has yet to find a new home. And that's a bit surprising, as the 8-year veteran earned a 75.9 overall PFF grade in 2024, which ranked 23rd among all cornerbacks, and a 91.5 grade against the run, which ranked first. Hilton is a little weak in the pass rush department, but the Cowboys wouldn't need him for that anyway. Like Lewis, he excels in the slot and would seemingly easily slide into the starting lineup on day one. The 31-year-old isn't the ball hawk Lewis is, but he still has 13 career interceptions to his name to go along with 520 tackles, 66 tackles for a loss, 56 passes defended, and 5 sacks. The issue for Jerry Jones, of course, would be money. SpotTrack currently lists Hilton's market value at $12.3 million per season, which Jones likely won't want to pay,
especially with Lewis making less money with the Jags. But if Jones want to put some of that remaining salary cap space to use to actually improve this team, he'd be wise to at least consider making this move. Cowboys ex-announce's bold promise to new team wide receiver Michael Gallup questioned his future in the NFL after a 2023 season that saw him battle injuries and his Dallas Cowboys collapse in the playoffs after another promising regular season. Although Gallup wasn't always the top contributor, he provided a veteran presence and depth at a crucial skill position for years. Going into the 2024 season, Gallup was cut by Dallas and signed by Las Vegas before making the decision to step away from the game of football. He entered into retirement where he remained with the Raiders on a reserve list. Now, after a full year off, Gallup has decided to go for an NFL comeback. Once he was waived from the Raiders' retired list, he received calls from multiple teams before landing in his new home. Gallup signed the Cowboys' longest rival, Washington Commanders, on a one-year veteran minimum contract. As Gallup stays in the NFC East, he has brought with him a newfound motivation to the nation's capital. "I'm going to bring that energy and bring that juice. If you need something, I'm going to go get it for you," Gallup said on the Commanders' social media page. For Washington, the move reaffirms their Allen effort for the 2025 campaign after making the NFC Championship game a season ago. Gallup is just one of many impact acquisitions made by head coach and former Cowboys coordinator Dan Quinn and offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury. The team added another veteran playmaking receiver in Deebo Samuel via trade with the San Francisco 49ers and signed Pro Bowl offensive lineman Laramie Tunsil. These weapons are added to an arsenal that was led by the offensive rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels, at quarterback. Washington was the fifth highest scoring offense in the NFL at 28, 5 points per game. Gallup will join a high-powered unit with a clear mission to play his role and compete for a championship. The Colorado State product will enter his 7th season in the NFL at age 29 and his first with a team other than Dallas. And now, America's team fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for your team. He'll be back any moment with more America's team news. How about them Cowboys?